Directions for creating your sleigh bells. Name and teacher code on the back. You'll begin by drawing your branch. And I'm going to draw mine from the top left corner, but I'm going to turn my paper to do this. I'm going to make kind of a wispy quick line. It's going to go almost to the other side and it's slightly curved. It's not totally straight. Think about the branches on a kind of a Christmas tree or that type of tree. They're kind of wispy lines. And then you will add small lines for the pine needles, and these are kind of quick lines and they're close together. So as you do this, you're kind of pushing down and gently lifting up as you create each little pine needle. If they're kind of far apart, go back and add more. If your main line that you started with is a little light, go back and darken it up so it's nice and bold and easier to see. Just keep repeating this process until your main branches are full of lots of pine needles nice and close together. For your sleigh bells, you'll need a variety of different colors of squares of paper and some different size circles. It's a good idea to have a goal of at least creating 3 sleigh bells. It just depends on how quick you'll work. You want to make sure when you place your circle shape down that there's room on the top and the sides, and also draw light so you can erase light like I did on my circle. You'll start by making kind of a smile shape curve in probably about the middle of your circle shape. And on each side, you'll add a little hill or rainbow shape. On this size, I'm doing about the thickness of my finger, but if you are doing smaller bells as well, then you'll want to do a little bit smaller kind of thickness for this part of the bell. And then as long as you didn't press too hard with your pencil, it'll be easy to erase those kind of original circle lines that you started with. Next, you'll add sort of a curved X, and you'll add 2 circles at each end for the bottom part of your bell. Then you'll go up to the top and you're going to create a smaller rainbow and a larger rainbow, and this will be the kind of hook part, the top part of your bell. Then use a Sharpie to carefully retrace all of your pencil lines. You can darken in the top small rainbow shape and the circle shapes that are on your bells. You should have a goal of creating at least 3 sleigh bells. However, you can create more. Something to think about is that the large bells take up the most space, so if you're doing more than 3, definitely consider planning ahead on the size. I could only fit 2 of the large size bells along with my other small ones. When you finish drawing all of your bells, you'll use oil pastels to add a shadow and a highlight, which really brings them to life and makes them appear more 3-dimensional. I like to start with the white first because that way I don't have black oil pastel in my hand. Take and make a bold white line near the middle of your sleigh bell, and it should go with the direction of your sleigh bell. So you are not going up and down, you're going side to side. Then use your finger and gently spread, just gently, because if you rub too hard, it will make the pastel just go away entirely. So just slightly blend it outward. And then you will do kind of a similar process with the black. With the black, you'll take and add kind of a fat line next to your Sharpie line on both sides. And then you'll take a clean finger and you'll pull that oil pastel, because it smears very easily, as we should know by now. And you're going to go with the direction of the sleigh bell. So once again, you're going to cross it. You're not going up and down, and this creates the illusion that it is round. So notice I'm pulling it kind of towards the middle of the sleigh bell to create the illusion that my sleigh bell is round. Once you've added your highlights and shadows, very, very carefully and slowly cut out each of your sleigh bells. It's important to determine the placement of your sleigh bells before you start to glue them down. Right now I'm laying out the largest ones first and then gradually adding my small ones. Also notice the part of the bell that kind of has the loop on it, that I'm placing where the main sort of branch line is, so it appears that it is hanging from the branch, as if it would be hanging from a tree or something like that, or a wreath, who knows, whatever it could be attached to. After you have the placement down, you're going to carefully open your glue bottle. If you're using the green topped glue bottles, they do have a small piece in there. Please don't break it off because it keeps our glue bottles from getting clogged. And then add small dots of glue going all around the edge. Don't add too much glue because then your paper will be bumpy and not dry nicely. Be really careful not to smear your oil pastel. When everything is attached, you can flip your paper over and gently rub the back of it to really help that glue spread out on the back of your sleigh bells. Remember to put that small piece back in the right spot in your glue bottle so it keeps from getting clogged, and turn until you feel it click. For the last part of your project, you'll be adding little embellishments like snowflake cutouts. You could make bows. To make a bow, you take a skinny piece of red paper and you fold it so it's kind of like a letter A, and then trim off the ends to make it appear like a ribbon. Add a dot of glue to the top of your bell, and then you'll have to press it down until it sticks. This is probably best to do on the larger bells. For the bow, you'll fold over the two pieces inward. So you'll have to put a little dot of glue in the middle, fold over one piece and hold with your fingers, and then add another little dot of glue. Do the same thing. Be sure to hold until you feel that it's stuck. Sometimes it takes a little bit longer than we realize. Then you'll do the same thing, add another little dot. Go ahead, press your bow down until it's stuck down well. If you would like to add glitter glue, you can. What you're going to do is just add small dots that you will later spread with your fingers. Please use this glue appropriately. Do not use too much of it. If you can't handle using it, I'll have to put it away. But after you have the dot on there, just spread the glitter around with your finger. Please just choose one finger to do this with. It comes off very, very easily with just a paper towel or even a sponge.